Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Divya. So today's video is one that I've been getting many questions about. And what is it? Newborn must-haves. What do you need when preparing for your baby's arrival? So I've tried my best to put the items in categories for you guys. If you are expecting a baby and if you already have one, congratulations. So let's get into this video. My first category is changing. And the first thing we think about when it comes to changing, diapers. So first I would check with my hospital to see if they do provide any sort of diapers and what size. Buy a small pack in preparation for your baby's arrival, and you need to test the diapers to make sure your baby's skin does not react to it. And then you can go buy how much you want. Second thing is wipes, and it's the same thing. Sometimes they're too dry, sometimes they're too wet. So try it out first. Buy the small packs, they're travel packs. Buy it, try it, and see how it goes, and then go and shop to your heart's content. Next on the list is a diaper rash prevention ointment. Usually call it butt cream or diaper cream. So these help create a barrier between your baby's bottom and the diaper, so the wetness does not cause irritation and a rash. Now, my favorite is the Aquaphora, just because you can use it on dry skin, you can use it on adults, you can use it to prevent rash, to treat rash. It's a miracle cream. Next on my list is a diaper pail. Now this is not a necessity in any way, but for me, it was very, very, very useful. And you also need a changing pad, whether it be a disposable changing pad or reusable one. I know a lot of people have changing tables, but I was always in different places, so I just have a changing pad and I would change my baby wherever I am. When it comes to changing, I got a diaper caddy, and this thing held everything I needed, and it was my changing station on the go. Our next category is sleeping. So you need somewhere for baby to sleep, whether it be a bassinet, a crib, or a pack and play. Now, most pack and plays come with a bassinet insert. When baby outgrows the bassinet stage, you just pull the insert out and it becomes a crib. To go with those, you need fitted sheets. Whether it's the crib or the pack and play, if you buy a mattress to insert into those, you need fitted sheets. No loose sheets, because it can get over the baby's face. They can suffocate, all of these terrible things. So please buy fitted sheets for your mattresses. Next for sleeping is a humidifier. I didn't buy a humidifier right away. I didn't think I needed one. My son had a cold and we used the humidifier. The first night, it helped clear his sinuses out. Trust me on this, get a humidifier. And I personally like a nightlight. Last in the sleeping category is a baby monitor. So our next category is clothing. So just a little tip, you want to wash some clothes before your baby's arrival. I actually washed just half of my newborn sizes. I did a few 0 to 3 month sizes, and I did wash like 2 preemie sizes just in case. To wash those clothing, you need a baby-friendly detergent. So my baby basically lived in sleepers and onesies for the first few months of his life. They're so easy and simple to put on to keep them warm and cozy, nothing too complicated. And what I love are the footed sleepers. So the sleepers with the foot attached to it, so you just slip them in, you don't need socks. And also there's ones with mitts where you just pull it over so they don't scratch their little face. And the onesies, the ones with the tab on top, so in case of explosions, you pull downwards. And there will be explosions, probably lots. Next are hats. Keep the little heads warm. And of course, little pants, and if you're wearing pants, socks, and sweaters. You're gonna need lots of bibs. You'll also need some washcloths. You'll need a few burp cloths because your baby does spit up a lot as a newborn. Also, you'll need receiving blankets, and swaddle blankets are both used to swaddle baby in. The swaddle blankets are bigger and more stretchy, I would say, and they do grow with babies, so I prefer stocking up more on the swaddle blankets rather than the receiving ones. Both of these blankets can be used as burp cloths. You also use these blankets to put your baby down, and also as a nursing cover. The swaddle blankets are so big that you can tie it around your neck and still have enough to cover you and your baby when nursing. You can also throw it over your car seat when you're going somewhere. So for winter babies, you're going to need a coat or a bear suit. So our next category is bath time. Now it's up to you whether you want to use a bathtub. I did get a bathtub for my son. We did use it, but we also had like this plastic container that we got from the hospital. He was so tiny that it was so useful and so quick to like fill and put away that the tub didn't come in use until later on. And babies don't need a long bath when they're newborn. So when it comes to bath time, you need soap. You need to test the soap out. Same with the lotion. Test it out first on your baby. Make sure that there's no reaction to their skin. I had that experience where I used a type of soap on my baby and he had little red bumps all over. And of course the Aquaphor helped get rid of that. Next is towels. Now, a lot of people say that you don't need to buy baby towels specifically. Now, if you are buying regular towels, please make sure it's not coarse. Make sure it's soft enough for your baby's delicate skin. And if you are buying baby towels, also be careful. Some brands are not as gentle, so please test it out first, wash it, and feel the texture. Next is baby oil. Now, baby oil I normally use to massage my son. Also, most newborns have cradle cap. And what you do is you just take the baby oil or coconut oil, whatever type of oil, put it on your baby's scalp, and you buy a baby brush. And you just brush it while they're showering or while it's soaked with the oil. And that's how you get rid of your baby's cradle cap. Our next category is feeding. Again, with the bottles, I don't recommend getting a whole set of bottles at first, just because babies are so different. You don't know what your baby might need. Some babies are super gassy, some are colicky, there's so many different things that you have to consider when buying a bottle. So what I would recommend is buying just 1 or 2 bottles. Test it out on your baby and see if it makes them gassy or if it's perfect for them. And most welcome kits, registry welcome kits, normally send a bottle. So hopefully you get a bottle of your choice in one of those and you can test it out. Next on our list is formula. Same thing with formula. Wait until your baby is born to know if they need formula, first of all. If you're breastfeeding and don't need any formula, that's great. Sometimes you need to supplement with formula when you are breastfeeding. If you're bottle feeding, I do recommend that you wait also, because you need to know if you need formula specifically for gassy babies, or just, there's so many types. So for formula, just wait and see what your baby needs, or if they need it. Or if you want to be super prepared, what you can do is buy those ready to feed formulas. It's like little bottles with liquid formula. It's like 2 ounces of formula in there, and they last, if you buy it, they last for a long time. And you can just buy just a few, just in case you need it. If not, if you live close by stores, then you can just buy it at the store when your baby arrives. Next on my list is not a necessity for a lot of people, but I like to give my baby nice warm formula to drink. So what I would use is a hot water floss or a thermal floss to keep warm water inside when I'm ready to mix his bottles. Our next category is traveling. So most hospitals would not let you leave with your baby without a car seat. So car seats are a must, and make sure you have your base to go with it and install your base before your baby arrives. Just in case you don't know exactly what to do or how to install it, you can go to the fire department, you can go to the police department, you can also ask someone right at the hospital to help you out or to inspect the way you installed the base to make sure it's secure. So a stroller was a necessity for me. It's not necessarily one for everyone else, but this was so helpful, especially since my car seat clicked into the stroller. For doctor's appointments, for whatever I needed to take my baby out, I just clicked the car seat into the stroller. My husband travels a lot for work, so sometimes it would be just me alone going to these appointments. So I can't tell you how useful it was to have that stroller. And speaking of car rides, if it's gonna be just you and baby alone in the car, I recommend a car mirror. You can just look in your rearview mirror and see what your baby's doing without having to pull over or, you know, panicking when they cry or whatever the case is. You can just check on them in that mirror. Another lifesaver is a diaper bag. You just need a bag designated for baby stuff. Now it can be any kind of backpack, tote, whatever it is, it's your choice. But just having a bag with all your baby stuff in it that you can grab when you're on the go, it's such a lifesaver. And I have a video all about what's in my diaper bag, so you can check that out. I'll put the link somewhere around here. So another thing is a nursing cover. While this is used for you when you're nursing your baby, I use mine specifically to put over my car seat. It blocks out the sunlight, it blocks out wind, it is perfect for keeping germs away from your baby. It helps them nap. Another thing moms might like, the nursing cover actually shields the baby when, like, especially when I was shopping, I would keep him under the nursing cover and it has a hole where your neck would go. So I can see him, he can see me, and no strangers would go and want to play with your baby if that's not your thing, you know, or if you're scared of germs or dust getting onto your baby. The last item in our traveling category is a Poopie bag. No, that's not the name for it. It's just a bag that you put your Poopie diapers in and you can seal it off. So you can get a regular plastic bag, just keep it in your diaper bag or wherever in your car. So if your baby does poop on the go, you put it in there, tie it up, and nobody has to smell it. Because baby poop stinks. Just in case you didn't know. And our next category is called keeping baby busy. It's also for their development. I believe in starting to read to your baby from the moment you can. Every night you can probably add it into your nighttime routine, read them a book. Get books that you can read to them, write pictures or black and white contrast books for when they are newborns. I love these soft books, the crinkle books. My son loved it. I actually have it. So these are the best books. They are soft, they make noise, they have tabs, there's a teeter, and colorful. This was his favorite toy for the longest time. Actually, I'm gonna give him it and see if he still likes it. So the next thing is a mobile. You can attach it to your crib, or we had like a baby gym and I just attached a mobile there. And he would lay there and look at that thing. He would laugh at it, smile at it, and it was very entertaining for him. And also the mobiles that sing lullabies or they just make some kind of sound are great too. And I mentioned a play gym. You can have a play gym, or you can have just a mat for tummy time and later on playtime for your little one. My absolute favorite thing was our little bouncer that we had for him. Now, that's not a necessity, that's just something that is good to have. And last one for this category are toys. Toys that make noise, rattles, things that baby can grab with their hands because it helps with their motor skills. But just don't overcrowd your house with too many toys, okay? It's gonna drive you insane. Different stages require different types of toys. So don't go buy every newborn toy there is, because in a month or 2 or 3, they're gonna need a different set of toys to play with. And just a general category, aspirators. This is the thing that sucks the boogers out of your baby's nose. And I promise you, it does not get into your mouth. But you can use your mouth also. I've done it. It's not that gross. Anything to relieve your baby's nose from blockage. Next, you need a thermometer. This is great to have a thermometer at home just to monitor your baby's temperature. This one is controversial. For me, I bought pacifiers and they are wonderful. I have nothing bad to say about pacifiers, but there are parents who do not want to use pacifiers, so that's up to you. And pacifier clips are a lifesaver because your baby will constantly be dropping the pacifiers, spitting it out of their mouths. Another thing that's good to have around the house when you have a newborn: sanitizer. When you have visitors especially, you can ask them to wash your hands. If that's not available, then use sanitizer. I bought a nail clipper and a baby file, but I didn't end up using it until he was 1 year old just because his nails were so soft as a newborn. Did I say 1 year old? I meant 1 month old. You can also buy gas drops, and Mylicon is the best one I can think of. It's a miracle worker. And mitts for their hands. Now, babies tend to scratch their faces a lot. While it's really important to give them some free time with their hands to explore, it's good to lock up those hands sometimes when they're getting too aggressive with their face. I bought these little mitts. It has teether at the end. It makes noise, and I guess it's cute to look at. And last but not least, if you have access to Amazon Prime, it's gonna be your best friend while you're going through this newborn stage. So these are just my necessities, my newborn must-haves. I know it's a long list of things, and I try to be as detailed as possible. If you have other recommendations for moms-to-be or new moms of baby must-haves, please let us know in the comment section below, and do like, subscribe, and share, and see you guys next time. I really hope you like this video.